and welcome to my channel. I'm the Angry Simmer, and on today's video we are going to be building the floor plan for the Aspen 2, I do believe, from McBride Homes. It's a building company here in the St. Louis area. Basically, my husband and I went and toured some of their properties, and so I guess this is a continuation of me building out homes that we've considered purchasing. Yeah, you guys get so many of those, don't you? Anyways, I'll probably have another one coming soon because I have another floor plan right underneath my mic right now that we're actually considering. Like this, so this one is great, let me tell you. The only issue is that on this particular floor plan that we're working on building right now, the bathroom has just a shower. Now that probably doesn't sound like a big deal to anyone else, but I currently have a dream bathroom. Like, we put a lot of money into this bathroom. So because my husband had a motorcycle accident a couple years ago, when we bought our house, the shower that was in there wouldn't work for the future, and we had planned on living here for forever. So we wanted to make sure that he could get into the shower and sit down to take a shower in the future if he had to have a hip surgery again or anything like that. So we had to redo the bathroom. Well, that meant that because the shower was a little cubicle shower, really tiny with a big ledge to walk into. Yeah, so we made a big old shower with a seat and put in a soaker tub, which, let me tell you, it's ridiculous if you have enough space to fit that sort of thing in, to put a teeny tiny little shower in there that's big, just big enough for one skinny person, and then a Victorian clawfoot tub, and give the clawfoot tub 8 feet of space to just sit there and look cute. That's the most ridiculous thing. Don't do it if you're gonna build a house. Just don't. Anyways, sorry. The people that we purchased our house from are super sweet and came by and was like, if you have any questions about the house, just let us know. We'll, help you out with it. When we first moved in, we're like, thanks, but no, because we're not social people. But yeah, so we want to downsize because we bought a house thinking that we were considering at the time having kids. Now we know that that's just not for us. And then now, fun life update for anybody that's been watching the channel for a while. I've gone back to work. Yes, and I'm really happy to be back at work. But it's about a 45-minute to an hour drive to work depending upon traffic. And I love my job. I love being back at this job. It's a different role than I was in before, but it's a role I really wanted to be in before, whenever I was in sales. And it's funny, one of the higher ups in the company, he actually was in the office, in my particular office, and goes, so how's it feel to make the transition? This is every sales consultant's dream. And I was like, yeah, it is. Oh, and I was so happy. Because there'll be some of the other people who didn't start out in sales, who just started out in this particular office, don't understand how that particular mentality is pretty rampant on the sales floor. And it's weird to say because this I think I have the personality for being in sales, and I still, because this role actually interacts with the sales team so much and affects them, I still think like a sales consultant a lot of the time. And so considerations that I make, and then I've only been there for a week now, but I can already tell there'll be considerations that I make when doing certain tasks that just because I know how it would affect the sales consultant, I'm going to do things a little bit faster. I'm not going to be, not faster, but just a little differently, I guess, than the others would, because they were in other departments before or worked for other companies. Yeah, so I said all of that to tell you that it's a really long drive from our current house to there, and I'm not very good with driving in the dark because it's really dark, and then the lights of my car are really bright, or other cars are really bright, so it hurts my eyes. I have an uneven balance, I guess, of rods and cones in my eyes, is what I've been told. So seeing at night just is hard. And I would really prefer to take my drive from 45 minutes down to 15. that would be great. That would decrease the risk of having an accident. That also decreases the risk of issues when it snows. And then on top of that, where we live, you can get a lot of house for not very much money. However, we didn't need this much house, and it puts us away from everything. Like, there's not a ton to do where we live. But if we move closer to my work and get less house, which is what we need, for about the same price or more, which is the part I'm having trouble with, we can have a different style of life. So we closer to things that we like to do, like going to the movies, going to the city, all the fun things, and then being a lot closer to work. And yeah, it would be a huge lifestyle change. It would be great. Also, a lot of the subdivisions that we've looked at moving into have a big like trick-or-treating community. And this is gonna sound weird, but yeah, I go all out for Halloween. Like, we go to trunk or treat events. I decorate the car. I buy a ton of candy, and I like go nuts. I dressed up as a witch last year and had a smoke machine coming out of my the back of my car. I had bats and like skeleton dogs. I went nuts, and I keep trying to get my little sisters to do the Sanderson sisters thing with me, because I'm fine wearing a red wig and the other two are blonde and brunette, so it works out perfectly. And the only problem is the youngest sister has never seen that movie. I feel like I failed her as an older sister because of that, because I swear I've watched, like, there's no way she could have missed it with me watching it, but, in the same rate, whatever. But yeah, I want to do that one, and then we've talked about, like, all of us doing our favorite Disney princesses. I have a Mulan costume already, so super, like, I want them to pick, like, which my youngest sister always wants to be Boo from Monsters, Inc., and she's always like, you guys should dress up as the two monsters. I'm like, I am not dressing up as a big scary I'm not wearing one of those suits. Like, I'm gonna go all out for Halloween, but I cannot be a big scary monster at these things, because little kids are there and I don't want to scare them, even if it's their favorite monster, because whatever. Anyways, but I'm digressing. But they, like, these communities have big trick-or-treat situations going on. Everybody actually goes to everybody's house. So I wouldn't have to go to the trunk or treats. I could just stay at home and hand out candy, but still, like, decorate like crazy. And then on top of that, my husband always says that we don't need to put out lights on the house in Christmas time, because we're in the end of our subdivision that we live in now, and there's like no one to really see our Christmas lights. But if I'm in, like, smack dab in the center of another subdivision, guess who gets to put Christmas lights out? This girl. Yeah, and I'm super excited about the prospect. So yeah, if I know, I swear, like, if anybody's new to watching this or are not subscribed, first of all, please subscribe. I am amazing and I am ridiculous like this all the time. But also, if you were just like, I thought this was going to be a cranky person, the name says the Angry Simmer. I am an angry person. I really am. I am cranky. That's why I went with the name. But something about decorating for Halloween and Christmas and all the other holidays, it brings it out, like, it brings me joy and it makes me happy. So yeah. Oh, also, so we're in the master bathroom right here, which is the issue that we were talking about. I cannot, this isn't perfect, like the spacing's clearly not perfect, because I wanted to put just like a 2 space there, but that's not how it is in there. So yeah, I guess that's technically how it is in that bathroom. It's really small, and those are like 2 little closet, like walk-in closets, which would be perfectly fine for us, because if you like take my husband's side of the closet out of things, then I have enough room for all of my crazy clothes, which I want to downsize. I need to Marie Kondo my life so hard, and I keep trying, but your girl has a hard time. I like stuff, I guess. And what is this? Oh, I forgot to cut that out. I'm so sorry, guys. It's post voiceover at this point. I haven't put in the music yet, but I've already said all this, like, so usually I cut it out, but this actually helps me pivot to the point I was going to do. Time for commercial break. So I started to ramble like crazy without making a point. I'm going back to work. This is the point. I may not have quite as long of videos as I thought, or as you guys are used to, because of that. I hope you guys don't mind. It seems like the shorter videos are more watched ones anyway. So just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that particular thing. So yes, me being back to work equals shorter videos. Thank you. Back to the video. Also, we're not putting, if we build this house or any other house, we're not putting that little thing in because it's like, my husband said yesterday it was like $1,200 or not $1,200. Like $1,000 to put that in, which like on the surface with the mortgage it sounds fine, but I'm a penny pitcher and I was pretty sure it was actually $3,000 to do that, and that number makes more sense to me. Also, this room is weird like that where you can't figure out how to place furniture, so another reason not to use this one. But like any bit of less money that you can spend on like silly stuff like this, because we don't need that much bigger bedroom, and I actually got to see it yesterday because we went out and like checked out a few of the model homes around the area. Yeah, I just don't need that extra little thing for $1,000 to $3,000. It's just not, I don't see it being worth it. It doesn't add that much space. My mother-in-law was in love with it. Like, she thought it was so cool. But she wanted us, because we have this chair I call the princess chair. It's just Shay's lounge. It's great. She was like, you need to put your chair there. And I was like, no, I'm not spending that extra money. I just won't. We will be bringing our own desks with us, or like not getting new desks, which will probably shock our family because we always get new desks. But yeah, so we talked about this main front room. So here's the thing. It started out as this front room would be both of our offices again. Sorry guys. But I guess with the one floor plan that we're looking at now, it seems like the one we're actually going to do. We're going to have my husband's office set up front in the small room, the 10 by 10. And he'll have like his computer, his VR system, all that stuff up there. And then in the floor plan that we actually like, that I'll probably be building next on the channel, that one will be like, my office will be in our bedroom. And it'll be fine because, you know, I'm fine with that. Anyways, we're coming up on screenshots. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!